A shift hit the environment this week. It was quite subtle to those that are distracted, but very obvious to the disciplined. If you can read it now, you can move into the next 7 days with unfair clarity. Welcome to the Stabilizing Signal, your weekly dose of clarity, one pattern, one insight, one stabilizing move to anchor your leadership for the next 7 days. After last week's reduction, the environment shifted again. This time, it was not by adding pressure, but by revealing what must now be strengthened. The signal was quite simple. What remains must now be reinforced, or it will not hold under the next wave. This is the week where foundations will matter much more than momentum. So, this is what is most likely to happen next. Number one, the founders who reinforce their core systems, identity, as well as operational backbone will gain a lot of stability as the next cycle accelerates. Number two, those who skip reinforcement and rush back into expansion will find themselves experiencing micro failures that will compound into operational drag over the next 30 days. So, this is your warning sign. If you experience something small that should be stable and notice that it suddenly becomes shaky, it could be a process, it could be a messaging, it could be a theme reading, or even a client's expectation. That is the earliest sign that the pattern of reinforcement is accelerating. Reinforcement is needed exactly where the wobble appears. So, this is what that means for your stability as a founder. Reinforcement is not about doing more. No, it's not. It's about strengthening what survives the course. So, what this week is asking of you is to re anchor your identity so it can carry more weight, retighten your operational rhythm so it can withstand acceleration, rebuild your margins so you don't collapse under compression, and confirm that the systems that you have in place can hold your business together. That is how you know that reinforcement is the bridge between reduction as well as ascent. Even in these times of instability, openings will appear, but only for those founders who know where to look. So, as usual, I'm going to be giving you the opportunities. Opportunity number one, you need to rewrite your identity line so it names what you need to stabilize and for whom, so that you can clarify one stabilizing promise. That is the only thing that will anchor you for your market. Opportunity number two, I need you to run a 20 minutes load test on your most important workflow and reinforce the weakest link. That way, you are going to be able to strengthen one fragile process that has been quietly draining your margin. You need to know that the one move that will stabilize you this week is for you to choose one structure. It can be your identity, it can be your rhythm, it can be a system, and endeavor to reinforce it. Ensure that you select just one. You don't have to do the three. Because reinforcement will only work through focus, not through volume. I need you to know that you are not responding to the noise. You are simply reading the patterns. That is the moment that, as a founder, you stop surviving the week and start ruling it. The inner chamber opens every Sunday by 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a space where you chose to enter, so seats are intentionally left limited. If this week's signal helped you to slow down, if the pattern started to align in your spirit, if you felt yourself shifting from a place of reaction to a place of recognition, then the chamber is where you belong next. I want you to reserve your seat before Sunday, because once the door closes by 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the room becomes closed, intimate, focused, as well as anchored for those who are ready to rule their week. Tap the link in the description to reserve your seat for the next session.